Yo, I am now alive. Right, I just want to quickly go over why I have taken some trades that I haven't streamed about. I just want to quickly go and run you through those. Basically, what happened, why I took those losses. Oh, that one got moved, didn't it? So these were the trades that I took yesterday. So we had this low that got swept here. We put in an SMT and we had a change in the state of delivery. And then we pulled back to a bullish order block. I had two fair value gaps and an order block in the way of my stop loss. Price just absolutely dumped. I actually didn't notice this hourly civvy we were coming off of. But I didn't break any rules. I mean, this low got taken, and I waited for didn't get a market structure shift, but we got a change in the state. All in all, it wasn't really a bad trade. I was looking for higher prices. We did fail to take this buy side liquidity up here, which made me think that the draw was still higher after we took this low, and obviously came away from that. We closed above these bearish fair value gaps right here. So that's my reasoning for going long with my stop below the recent low. It was a pretty high risk to reward trade, but it just didn't end up working out. Price continued to dump, and then it took out this low right here. It tapped into a higher time frame fair value gap, and then we came off of that, closed above this fair value gap here, closed above this fair value gap here, retraced to a fair value gap inside of there that I took my entry off of, and it didn't work out again. So both trades were based off of a low getting taken, based off of a market structure shift. I was expecting high prices, but it seems that market was just very choppy yesterday. It's not really much I can really say about it. So I am down on the account a lot. Not technically down, but I'm back where I started essentially. It's not very nice to keep going back and forth, but I just have to stop making these mistakes. After I'd seen that, if this doesn't make sense, having a change in the state, closing above these fair value gaps, there's no reason why I should have taken that loss. I was clearly wrong, but obviously the price action, it's not favourable, so I don't think I should have taken another trade. Because we closed above these fair value gaps. We took this low, tapped this fair value gap, but I mean, we put an SMT here, had a change in the state, tapped this low. It's the same thing, and if it didn't work the first time, why would it work the second time? Price action told me the first time that market conditions weren't favourable, and I took another trade, and I risked about 250 on each of them, so I was down about 500. That was yesterday. The day before that, I took 2 losses as well. Basically same type of thing. One of them was actually a bad trade that I got into off of a whim. It was very bad. I don't take accountability for that. That's all I really have to say about that. So what I'm expecting now is, I'm going to switch to this chart. Well, we have really dumped. It's actually kind of what I wanted us to do. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys over the daily chart very quickly. I'm going to remove everything from the chart now. Remove all these drawings. So we are coming off of this daily fair value gap. This daily fair value gap has now been filled. I'm expecting to see higher prices now. So if we've come lower, we've filled this, so now I expect the draw to become this high after sell side liquidity gets taken. I want to have a quick look where the new week opening gap is. I want to see how far away we are from that. I just want to see whereabouts it is. we are way far away from the new week opening gap. Okay, so here's the new week opening gap right there. This is where we opened. I'm going to go into the 1 minute just to refine that a little bit more. I always like to have my stuff on the chart accurate, right down to the 1 minute. So now this is actually where we opened up. Okay. Alright, let's run it back to the 15 minute. So what do we know so far? We know that we've rebalanced to a daily fair value gap, as you can see right here. If we want to come back down into it, that's perfectly fine. We took this internal high right here. You see that that buy side, internal buy side, has been swept now. But if I'm looking to see higher prices, I'm not looking to see this move off of this internal buy side, you know, capitulate to the downside. I expect to at least, you know, at the very least, reject off of this, not close below this. So I'm going to mark out these Sydney lows here. I'm going to mark out these lows down here that was created, because we could very well see price come down, take this low, fill more of the fair value gap in. Whatever price wants to do, I don't know until I get the reaction that I want from certain areas. But okay, I'm going to switch over to my chart to MNQ now, because a lot of the time I'm finding that these highs and lows are not the same as they are on MNQ. So I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, so we did take that internal buy side, so that's fine. We did take the internal buy side. Just making sure, because sometimes on MNQ we didn't actually take it, but we have taken it on here where what I'm looking at on the index. It doesn't actually make sense to me. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, it's the same chart, they're based off the same thing. Don't know why they're different. Maybe it's the broker, not the Vantage broker. Okay, I'm going to drop down to the 5 minute. So we've taken this Tokyo low. I wanted to see sell side get swept, because obviously I didn't want to take a trade without that happening. We have moved down very aggressively. It's not my favorite. I would have liked to, you know, seen us kind of grind lower, just, you know, just wick this and have a, you know, nice displacement above some bearish fair value gaps. That would, you know, that'd be nice for me to be able to take a trade like that. I'm not really actually looking to take a trade today unless it is screaming at me to take it. If I'm not entirely sure, I'm not doing it. Right, I want to see what happens now. Okay, we'll go for a 1 minute time frame. We have taken sell side, being this Tokyo low. Could come down to this Sydney low, but I'm not going to take this trade unless we actually have some type of displacement, because we've moved lower so much. There's so much room to the upside. There's no point trying to catch a falling knife, as some people put it. So what I'd like to see is displacement through this high right here. There's no fair value gaps right here to disrespect, so it would have to be this high. I want to see it get displaced through. I want to see us basically destroy this high. I want to, you know, trade through it with fair value gaps. I don't want to see some pokey poke poke back and forth action. We also have this fair value gap right here. So what could absolutely happen is, you know, we move up, we take this internal buy side right here, turtle soup, right, and we fill in this bearish fair value gap, and we go lower, and then we take out this low down here, fill in maybe more of the fair value gap, and then we have our buy model to the upside. So it just entirely depends on what price does. I'm not going to actually do anything unless price tells me to take a trade, because price will tell me when to take a trade. Someone asked me about my strategy. I do have a strategy, but my main strategy is just reading price action. I'm not going to lie to you. Understanding liquidity, understanding where the orders are, understanding the reactions off of certain levels. What does that mean? What does that indicate? If we're having that type of reaction, does that mean enough liquidity has been swept? You've got to ask yourself all of these different questions. You put all the pieces together and it just makes sense. If we're coming off of a daily fair value gap, we've gone to take this buy side liquidity and we've not actually taken out previous day's high. The draw is still higher. Yeah, we might go down, we might tumble down, we might take this low down here, but overall the market isn't favouring shorts. You want to trade against this, basically this uptrend. I mean, if you look at it on the 4 hour, you can see that we are clearly in a uptrend. Why would you want to take shorts? Like, there's no daily fair value gap there for price. No, there's no reason to take shorts. It's like not very good. So longs definitely look good. What I'm gonna do is I am going to take my fib from the low of that Sydney and Tokyo session. I'm going to draw it all the way up to this high. What do I find? We came back to equilibrium, which is quite nice. Literally came back to equilibrium, filled in the daily fair value gap. It looks good. I find myself saying it looks good way too often though. Okay, big leg higher, come back to equilibrium, tap the daily fair value gap, market maker buy model to the upside. All of these highs right here become liquidity. Oh, got some equal highs there. It's going to be a target, obviously, at some point. And obviously this is our main buy side liquidity area. That will be our final target. If price even gets there today, I'm not aiming for that high. I will be perfectly happy just taking most of my position off at this high here if I do catch a trade. But again, I'm speaking with the expectation of taking a trade. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. A lot of the time I'm not looking at the high time frame. The long that I took the other day, not the long, sorry, the short that I took the other day, it was just a rebalance back to equilibrium. And I realised that when I pulled out the 5-minute chart and I looked at it, we had a leg higher, there was no 5-minute market structure shift, just rebalancing to that fair value gap that lines up with 50% of that impulse leg higher. So I'm on a 5-minute now. Yeah, there is a 15-minute fair value gap here. I do have to bear that in mind. We have essentially displaced through these lows right here. Could very well. I'm gonna just mark this out. I'm gonna keep that there. Just a reminder, 15-minute SIBI. But yeah, I don't know how to explain my strategy, because I don't have a strategy. I use context and narrative. I mean, what is the narrative here? We've come down, we've taken this low right here. So what does that mean? Liquidity was swept where? in an area we expect to reject gets rejected, fair value gap gets filled, market structure shift, fair value gaps start getting created, so you'd just be targeting the nearest high, which would be this New York high here, created yesterday. It's all context. Once you put all the pieces together, it makes sense. Why would it, you know, you can, if you stay on the 50-minute, okay, yeah, maybe you just take a short here and target this low. Can do, if that's what you want to do, but we've already filled the daily fair value gap. If that's what you want to do, then you do that, but daily fair value gap's already filled. Higher prices should be next. Like, if we do, you know, we do have a sell model to the downside, but you're very bullish, don't take it. Like, control yourself. But yeah, a lot of people do this. They get so zoomed into this. Oh my God, buy side got taken, displacement through this low. Oh my God, we're falling off the face of the planet. No, zoom the hell out. Like, zoom the hell out. Daily fair value gap gets filled. Sell side was never taken within these Sydney and Tokyo, like these sessions right here. So we're most likely just manipulating. That's what market does. It manipulates the hell out of everyone. I think I said this in another stream, but you got to think about the many ways in which the market's going to cause you the most pain and the most suffering. Because that's what the market does. It causes you pain and suffering. It's a fat candle, for sure. I would have to see something on, you know, on the 5-minute, like, you know, like a 5-minute market structure shift to close above, like, I would, if we close above this 15-minute SIBI, we run through it, create an inverse fair value gap. I'll take the inverse fair value gap. Sell side got taken. You know, that would be displacement through this bearish fair value gap, which, you know, 15-minute has a lot of meaning to it. That would be nice. I feel like everyone just wonders, like, oh, why doesn't ICT Concepts work for me? Because you're literally putting all the pieces together in the absolute wrong way, that's why. You're telling me this is random. Rebalance off the daily fair value gap. Come back to exactly 50% equilibrium. What lines up with that? Daily fair value gap. What do? We wick it, take this low, and then what do? Start seeing higher prices, and then what do? We go to this high, orders get filled at this high, people sell, market starts selling off, more orders down here, in this area down here, all down here, orders, loads of them, loads of buy orders down here. As soon as you can see that, the easier trading will be for you. Context, context, context. This 15-minute fair value gap, it means nothing because the daily and the 4-hour is bullish. We've rebalanced off the daily fair value gap. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that, but some people, they just take every fair value gap. There's nothing I can do for them if you're not going to put context behind it. And then also, what happened? So, internal buy side gets taken. London and New York session overlap. Distribution to the downside. Distributed to the downside. So this would be. Where would it be? It'd be like freaking. You see all of this accumulation. You see this manipulation down there. Distribution. Then what are we doing along the way? We're accumulating orders, we're accumulating sell side liquidity for price to come back to later. So in the process of grinding up higher, we are also accumulating. So this, I could say this is my accumulation right here, because it's not entirely clean. It's very back and forth, back and forth. This bearish, this bullish fair value gap gets closed below all of these stacked lows here. It's not the cleanest for sure. So there's definitely some accumulation going on right there. You see up, down, up. Disrespect bullish fair value gaps. Take this low here, take this low here. We take that low there. took that low there, and then you start seeing legs up. So accumulation, what do? Manipulation, then what do? Distribution, same thing. Now we've manipulated, but there isn't any accumulation. You can put it in so many different ways. Like I could say that here is accumulation, this is manipulation, and then we're distributing up to this internal buy side. But then I can also say we're accumulating up to that internal buy side. Internal buy side is manipulation, and then we freaking sell off to this low down here, which is also manipulation. We're going to start accumulating, and then we'll see more distribution to the upside, or maybe we go lower, take this low. That's still manipulation. I still expect to see distribution to the upside. Market is just like, you can see it in so many different ways. It's mad. Don't get too confused with what I just said there. But in essence, what I'm saying is the market works off of AMD: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Take buy side, we go to sell side, buy side, back to equilibrium. That it does one of those three things and fills inefficiencies. Like, those are the four reasons that markets move. We rebalance to inefficiencies, which are fair value gaps. Liquidity is resting inside of there. Orders are resting inside of there. Rebalance to equilibrium, like we done here. Even better when a fair value gap, like the daily fair value gap, aligns with that. Great, amazing. Low gets taken as well. It's you can't tell me this isn't how the markets move. But yeah, that's the four reasons market moves: to sweep liquidity, fill fair value gaps, and rebalance to equilibrium. And to generate liquidity. Hunt liquidity, generate liquidity, rebalance to equilibrium, rebalance to fair value gaps. Four reasons. People, this will probably be the best advice you lot get if you're actually watching this, because I couldn't care less if no one watches this. I do it for myself. But been up since 5 AM. Had 2 hours sleep. Went to work, got off at 1. Now I'm here. I feel like most people just come back and go to sleep. But yeah, biggest advice that I could give you lot is stop focusing on one individual pattern that is going to make you profitable. It is not existent, doesn't exist. Context exists, narrative exists. When you understand fair value gaps and you understand liquidity, everything becomes so much easier, because it's as simple as, if we were expecting lower prices, this 15-minute SIBI, we should close within that on the 15-minute and continue to see lower prices if this holds, right? If this doesn't hold, then we expect to see higher prices. It's all based on reactions to liquidity levels. We got this, if we came up to this this buy side right here, we just shot right through it, created a massive fair value gap. I'm not expecting a reversal, am I? But what did we do? We actually went up, we took this buy side liquidity, we came down, we failed to make a new high, we created a market structure shift below this low, and we sold off. There was nothing really here telling me after this buy side got swept to see higher prices. Instead, what do I start seeing? I start seeing bearish fair value gaps get created, start seeing market structure shifts after liquidity has been taken. When you put the pieces together, price is actually telling you the entire time where it wants to go to. So yeah, it's exactly like I said. Actually, is that? No, it's not. Did we tap that on the 15-minute? Okay, so we didn't even tap that on the 15-minute. Price is definitely moving down very aggressively towards this low down here. Like, that one candle there, I feel like people They buy in so quick. As soon as they get a reaction, oh my god, sell side got taken. Oh my god, wow. Sell side got taken. Oh, this is the most recent swing high. Oh, we had a market structure shift. We had a fair value gap. Wow, it gets respected. Create another fair value gap. Like, that's great and all, but if you go to the 5 minute, you wouldn't take that trade. Zoom out, people. Gotta look at the different PD arrays, right? Why would I try to take a long here when the higher time frame hasn't switched to being bullish yet? When the lower time frames will switch, when the reversal happens on the lower time frames, the higher time frame retracement is over. Going to flick through different time frames. I'd rather we didn't create a giant hourly bearish fair value gap. It's not my favourite thing to have happened, but I'm pretty sure that we are going to create that. But I'm still very bullish. This is what happens. I mean, you can see this is what happened here. We had a fat candle, but we came up. What did we do? Before selling off, prior to selling off, took out all of this buy side liquidity resting inside of this area. Here is all gone, and then price sells off. We go below this low here. We go below this low here, and then what do we see price do? Now we see buy side of the curve. This probably made up the open high low close of another candle. I could probably prove it to you. If I go like this, if you understand open high low close, that will make everything so much better. When you blend together open high low close, you blend that with time, you blend that with market maker models, you blend that with manipulation, displacement, market structure shifts. Go and test it yourself, people. Genuinely. Don't just, like what I just showed you, like just see one little reaction to a level and you take a trade. No. Like, does it make sense? Does it make sense? Has order flow changed? Has price told you that order flow has changed, you know? Have you got a 5 minute market structure shift? Is the hourly going the same direction? Are all the time frames aligned together going the same way? You know, like, for example, if a candle opens, right, it opens, boom, we open up. I wouldn't, like, this basically, this candle needs to make a wick. There needs to be a wick on the bottom of it, right? We're gonna make that wick. So if you wait for price to make that wick on the bottom of the candle, right, this all just goes back to thinking one leg, right? What would that candle look like on the higher time frame? So if I go to the 4 hour, you can see that what we actually did there, actually, let's go to the daily. That is the open high low close. If I get rid of this blue line, so you can see that all occurred on 13th, Friday the 13th. So what did we do? This is where price opened, price dropped lower, took out sell side liquidity as we just saw on the lower time frames, formed the open high low close of the daily, formed the low on the daily. Because do you see a single candle on my screen that doesn't have a low on it? If the candle opens right here and starts moving higher, it needs to come back down to create that wick. You need to understand that. That will negate most of your losses. I'm not going to lie to you. And I just need to sort my psychology out, because I just take some arse trades sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm gauging slash watching the reaction to this low down here. I haven't actually really eaten anything. I'm just gonna eat my my food that I got from work at Gale's. It's great. I've got this really nice burger. But yeah, I had a great night last night. Went to Box Park in Wembley. It was like a work party, but it was crazy. It was like lit. It was so lit. I just took a bite of lettuce. I have this video on this laptop right here. It says "Go Ghost and Trade in Silence." I have a problem. I need to do that for sure. Just log in. I say too much, you know. I feel like you're all guilty of that as well. You know, you'll make. What did I do? The other day I made like 30 quid or something on my personal account. I was like, oh dad, I made 30 quid. Like, why am I telling him that? Just do it for yourself. I have a mate that wants to learn trading and stuff. Like, I've kind of said to him sort of like kind of the basics, but it pisses me off so much when it's like the type of questions that these people ask. Like, did you make money today? Like, that's the wrong question. It's just totally the wrong question. I have a mate that I told him, like, if you want to start trading, don't trade real money for the first year. Absolutely not. Paper trade. What does he message me the other day? Hey, I want to sell this £2 fucking coin and plop a load of money into a trading account. Like, you want to start off trading with real money, you're just going to lose it all. I don't know how to tell it to these people. They just want quick money. He literally said it himself. He just wants quick money. And I definitely don't get into this industry. Okay, let's see if that low got taken on over here. So no, it didn't. Now I know this reaction is tempting off of this fair value gap, but there has to be SMT. So there's no SMT present, so there's no trade present. No trade. Sell side's not been taken. We haven't manipulated below these lows. We've manipulated these lows. We've not put in SMT. There's no reason to take this trade yet. What I want to see is reset. I want to see us come down, sweep this low, fill more of the fair value gap. Then I want to see displacement through bearish fair value gaps. I'm going to use the 5-minute time frame for that rather than the 1 minute. Holds more meaning. High time frames hold more meaning. Someone asked me that the other day. It's as simple as there's more candles in a 5-minute candle than there is in 1 minute candle. It's essentially the same principle. It's like the more someone speaks, the more you get to know them. The less they say, the less you get to know them. One 1 minute candle, that's 1 minute. That's one candle. That's one little bit of price action, right? Whereas a 5-minute candle, 5 whole candles have gone into making that. It's, how do I put it? Yeah, it's more trustworthy, but there's more story to go off. There's more depth to that, you know, to a 5-minute candle, for sure. But I'm always thinking about the open, high, low, and close of the bigger time frame as well, because I can probably imagine that. Ayo. I just want to check if I'm correct. I don't even know. I've not looked. From here to here, I suspect that is the open, high, low close of the hourly candle. I reckon the hourly candle opened somewhere about maybe here, new hourly candle forms, or maybe it was here, not sure. but that is definitely the high of the hourly candle. It took this high. Pretty positive about that. Wait, what? Wait 1 second, I just got a little bit confused. Wait, what? I don't know how I did that wrong. 4 hour candle anyway, my bad. It was a 4 hour candle, guys. So yeah, within that 4 hour candle, from here, we opened up, we dropped lower, formed the low of that 4 hour candle, close back up here. 4 hour candles, 4 hour candles. You know what? What I want to see is I want to see this entire price range from here to here in one candle. That's what I want to see. The daily, right? That's a day's worth. Wow, that candle was actually bearish on the daily. Huh, okay. Never mind anyway, guys. It doesn't matter that much. But my point is, you need to focus on the open, high, low, and close of the higher time frame candles. So, like, if I'm keeping an eye on the hourly candle, right? So it's what? It's 2:44 now, right? Put my charts in my time. So this candle started forming at 2, right? This candle right here. So when it turns 3, a new candle is going to start forming. Wherever it opens, if it opens bearish, it's going to have to put in a high. If it opens bullish, it's going to have to put in a low. Most of the time, if it's bearish and we open up in the hourly, we're going to push up, take out some type of high, and then capitulate down to the downside, because it makes sense. Hourly time frame needs to make that open, high, low, close. That needs to align with the 5 minute. This isn't what I want to see. I don't want to see legs up now, because it's just annoying to see. It entices me into taking a trade. I'm not going to do it. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to take a trade, like, if this low's not been taken, if there's no SMT at the lows. There's no manipulation, there's no reason for me to take a trade. Just coming back to this daily fair value gap is not enough for me. The bearish order flow is still being respected. If you thinking that's going to reverse now, you're wrong. You might think that, and you might be right, but you're not saying it based off anything that's been confirmed. We have this bearish fair value gap here. That's not been closed above. Price is still bearish. And this is a 5 minute fair value gap as well, right? So, again, still want to see us take this low. I want to see ES not take that low. I want to see us put in bullish SMT. I want to see displacement through this 5 minute bearish fair value gap. Boom. So hold on. Let me just like mark it out. Actually, let me frickin' paintbrush it out. Even better. Do one better. I'm starting to feel sick. I need to get this burger in me. I've not eaten since, oh my god, like 8 AM. It's like since like 8 AM. I'm not eating anything. Why am I doing it to myself? I want my fucking magic paintbrush. I always forget where it is. And within this fucking... there, put it up there. Cool. Yeah, I want to see us go lower. Take out this low. Maybe we consolidate, maybe we drop lower, wick the fair value gap, start seeing legs higher. Boom, displacement through this high. Boom, displacement through that fair value gap. Oh my god, I just got rid of it all. Boom. basically what I want to see. But I don't want to see ES take that low, because I want bullish SMT. It's my favourite. Reversals, literally, they start with bullish SMT. That's the first sign of a reversal. Oh, I'm not gonna hear anything, bruh. This music is arse. Is arse. Oh, fuck. Mustard. I want some actual good music, but I can't put anything on that's gonna get copyrighted, otherwise you guys won't be able to see the stream. And it makes it so difficult for me as well. What songs are non-copyright? Damn. That's like not what I mean. I mean, like, what artists are like don't copyright like their songs, so they can just like. I know there are some people that don't. No, I don't know. I don't even know. I'll just put something on. But not this. Just not this. Well. No. We're not doing that. Fucking hell. I wish I could just slap on some NLE and just be done with it, honestly. Not classical music, classic songs, like. Don't even know. I can't even get better than like some hip hop, I guess. Just put something on from here. Okay, just keep an eye on price. Oh, I'm getting a bit cold, man. Why? Oh, I'm knackered. I'm actually knackered. I'm knackered on a different level. Genuinely. Went to bed at like 2 AM and woke up at like 5. Oh, it was pain and suffering. As soon as this trade's done, I'll probably take a nap, to be honest, after a journal, and my girlfriend's gonna come over. Right, let's get this burger down me. I'm actually so looking forward to this. It was so needed. I got it for free as well. I didn't get anything on my break, so got it for free. If this starts running up and all of that, I can't take the trade. So I'll be breaking my rules if I took this trade, because no low's been taken, there's no SMT at the lows. Liquidity first and then price action, because I can't, if I think there's orders that haven't been filled here, I'm not going to take the trade. Possibility of price coming back to fill those orders. It's interesting. I want to see what Tanda's doing. I'm just curious. I used to watch her a lot. I just want to see what her take on this is, possibly.
I don't know why I always like flex after I stretch. There's nothing to flex really. I'm gonna get to the gym. I actually have a really nice gym. But I don't really use it. There's also like a sauna and a steam room. I don't even know. When do you go into the sauna?
This guy's got it right. Price will tell you when it's ready. I was saying to this guy, he took a really bad trade, just wanted to help him out. He said 100%, a moment of psychological wobble can take back a lot of profit. And when you're over-risking on a low-quality setup as well, yeah, 100%. But yeah, price will tell you when it's ready. Just have new rules set, because no high or low got taken on that trade he was taking. We're literally coming off of a daily, off a 5-minute fair value gap, and he tried to go short. He knows he shouldn't have. So I said you need to incorporate some rules. Yeah. It's hard to say. Going to her isn't going to help me with this. I need to see some type of 5-minute displacement. I don't want to see. This order block is equilibrium. I'm going to mark that out, just because this order block is equilibrium of this leg. So if we wanted to continue to go lower, go up to this order block with these internal highs, and off we go to the races, take sell side. A lot of the time this is just engineering. This is engineered liquidity at the lows to come back to at a later date. It would be stupid of me to take this trade. Yeah, we closed above this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, but it's still not worth it for me. I still think there's quite a good chance that we come back to take the sell side. See that last leg of manipulation after, say, we tap this order block, and I would say that would be the true reversal, and I'd be comfortable taking longs there. I would probably be looking at something like this. I don't know. This would be my target. Its most recent highs, because that's what I'm confident in. Hopefully I can try and find myself a decent entry with at least like 2.5 RR. I'm happy with that. I'm only going to take one trade. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm trying to take the absolute best opportunity today. I get way too overconfident. This should never have happened. After I took that loss, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I should have realised we're coming off of a daily civvy. You know, we even had S&T and a low got taken here. We had a change in state of delivery and it still didn't work. After closing above these bearish fair value gaps, it still didn't work. So it's like market conditions clearly weren't favourable. And I think the sooner you're able to realise that, the sooner you're able to cut your losses, and the sooner you can cut your losses, the sooner you will become profitable. I say that like I'm profitable. I'm not, guys. I'm not fucking profitable. Why do you think I do this? The whole reason that I stream is because you guys are all going to watch me. You guys are watching me, right? You guys are going to see every mistake that I do, every bad trade that I take. So it's like I'm not going to do anything stupid when I'm streaming. I'm not going to do anything stupid when I'm not streaming. But streaming definitely helps, discipline-wise, because obviously you're going to have people judging you for certain things. You just stick to your rules. I'm gonna stick to my rules. Like, what I'm saying is, like, if you have like 100 people watching you and you just take a loss, if you take a trade, like you want to take a trade off, you got half the chat saying no, you're revenge trading, you're over trading. Yeah, I'm not really gonna pay attention to the chat too much if I ever do get a decent amount of viewers. Prices, I can tell by the way its candle's kind of moving up and down quite fast. It's quite volatile. They can switch in a second. Like, that rejection is crazy. Didn't even take this buy side or tap the order block. I'm gonna come up. Come on. I don't know. I'll be back in a second. I need some sauce on this burger. I was off to get some mayonnaise. You know, like, a lot of you guys think like trading's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be boring. Even when you're making money, it's supposed to be boring. because you're not supposed to be thinking about anything else apart from how you're supposed to be managing that trade. Like, if it's in profit, you're just letting it run, you're not doing anything. If you're not doing anything apart from watching the price go up and down, you're not thinking about what it's going to do anymore. You've already done most of the work, you've gone into the trade. It's boring. It is. Sometimes I literally am just like, come on, just go one way or the other, like, just hit my stop. Take me out if you're going to do that, and just, yeah. Okay, let's see if this gets inverted and whatnot. So we came up, didn't actually take this internal buy side. Probably going to come off of this 5 minute little bullish fair value gap we created here. We're going to use that probably to go up and take this buy side, internal buy side, into bullish order block. I can't believe I've been saying bullish order block this entire time. Sorry, I am a little bit dyslexic, but in my mind that's it's not that either. It is not that either. It is bearish order block. Sorry, I'm freaking dyslexic and ADHD. It's not gonna stop me though. That might have confused the shit out of you guys, but in my mind it was a bearish order block. I was just saying the wrong words. I'm gonna put some mayo in this burger. That's exactly what it needs. Exactly what it needs. It's just a bit dry up. That's all. So good though. I don't even know what sauce they put in it at work, but it's so good. Wish I had more of it, but I've got to use mayo instead right now. Okay. Now my burger's not dry up. Right. Just to be clear, this is a Parmesan chicken burger. It's the best thing known to man. most trades that I take is just because it makes sense. Like, it just makes sense. Don't be pan traders. I'm gonna go wash my hands. It's just very difficult to take a trade without this low getting taken down here. If I take the trade, I'll just, and it ends up winning. First off, I would have broken my rules. Yes. So tempting. Just resist these temptations though. It's crazy. I mean, like, I'm saying, like, if price starts displacing and everything, like, creating like loads of fair value gaps, like nice clean price action, like as if this low was swept, but it's not. This is not an A+ setup anyway. It's not an A+ setup. I don't trade B+ setups. A+ setups or it's a no-go. It's a no-go. It's a big 50-minute fair value gap. Bearish order block sits inside of that on the lower time frame. We could definitely use this to propel us to down to sell side still. It's a clean displacement lower. I mean, it's unlikely to just literally be like down straight up. Very rarely does market do that. And it did it here, but the difference I don't know, it's tough. This is tough. 15-minute fair value gap. Actually, there's a 5-minute Sibby inside of that 15-minute Sibby, and we've got this bearish order block like in there as well. Like, these could all function as resistance on price after this internal buy side's been taken to go and take this sell side. Could very well still happen. I'm not out of the game yet, bitches. You can't do this to me, man. And stop blowing on the screen. Oh. This is how trading should be. It should be boring though, like this. 100%. If you're excited in a trade, you should probably close it. Hard not to get excited, but kind of look at it and just be like, that's great. For me, it's more just like a, I'm right again. Yeah.
those things that
I'm just gonna play some ICT instead. I want to watch this video.
all those things, it's when you're no longer influenced about pursuing being right. But that line that divides that, where you no longer are satisfied with being right. So when you're no longer chasing that, I need to be right, I need to be right, it's just happening by default. That is, my opinion, the clearest indication that you're probably prepared, at least the earliest stages of it. As soon as you start trading with funds, or even a funded account, I'm sure you're going to have that magical experience where suddenly it really matters now.
I was trading with my own money.
It matters
I've been
if
trading with my own
you're
money
right.
for a little bit now. I couldn't give a fuck.
And then you start that whole process
I
all
could
over
make
again.
2k a fucking month.
Desensitizing yourself.
Replenish
to
it infinitely,
the
and my
pursuit of
account will
being
just be at break
right.
even until I'm profitable. Like,
Now, right is alright, I guess.
that's why having a job is so important.
Wrong is not necessarily bad. Meaning that you can get into a trade, you can get into an investment idea, a setup. Everything look like it's lining up for you.
This does look like it's lining up, but this low's
As
not
soon
been
as you
taken.
enter the
So
trade, something just doesn't feel right.
that's what it would feel like if I got into that
You give it a little
trade.
time, and then finally, you see enough to know that what you're looking at is not a viable setup anymore. And you do what is appropriate. You abort the trade.
Right. This is not a viable setup. The thing is about stuff like this, when this happens, from personal experience, from past experience, this last year, these lows are engineered liquidity. Do you think market came all the way down here to just not take this low? We're coming back for these at some point, whether that's now while we still can, while this is still acting as resistance on price to take this, whereas we fucking just leave them like that and just continue going higher. These will get taken at a later date, but without this low being taken, the draw is lower. The draw is still lower. Obviously the actual draw on liquidity is obviously buy side liquidity. We retraced off of this. Okay, you know, we took this major sell side right there. You can see that. There it is, the line now. In short, anyways, what I was saying anyway, in short, if the lows are left intact like this and it doesn't get taken, don't take the trade as if the low did get taken, because we're most likely going to come back for that. Most likely, when we don't take the low out, or we don't take the high out, like that high, didn't actually take that high. What's happening is we are gathering enough liquidity. We are basically accumulating orders until there's enough liquidity to actually push the price back up to these highs. So just assume that we're coming back for that. The draw is still lower, the low never got taken. It's that simple. Until proven otherwise. Until order flow proves me otherwise. I'm just gonna keep playing that now.
You turn it off, close it, it's done.
Don't worry about the trading. I'll keep going back onto it, but for now I'm gonna monitor it on my phone. You won't be able to see it. Just gonna have it up on my phone. Yeah, and I'll keep an eye on that. I'll switch back to trading if my setup looks like it's going to happen. But essentially, I trade the unicorn model and the 2022 model, market maker models. I trade liquidity getting swept and reversing. I trade higher time frame retracements, reversals. So when the higher time frame is retracing, say like the daily, we retrace into a daily fair value gap. I'm expecting price to reverse from there and continue to make high highs because we're in an uptrend. It's pretty simple.
Whatever loss, whatever result, you accept it. That's being wrong. But that's not being wrong in a bad way. It's being right about being wrong.
Accountability.
And many of you, like me and everyone else that's come up in this industry, in the beginning, when you're trying to do your analysis, you want your analysis to be right. Because you think that right is always profitable. No. Think about how many times you were right about the direction, but got shaken out.
It's true, man.
Stopped out.
Many times. Over and over again.
Right about the trade idea, but didn't push the button.
A lot of times.
So you can be right and be wrong. So it's a matter of perspective. It's not a pursuit for you or me or anyone else that's in this industry try to tell the future with these candlesticks.
You have to want to learn from your mistakes, you know? You can't be egotistical.
Right. Our endeavor is to be consistent.
Yeah.
Doing the same things that's been measured, studied, and has shown to provide a probability that usually ends up in what the past has shown, but that's not indicative of the future. That's that gray area. And you have to embrace not being right all the time and being right enough. But there's a time when
you know what I think, like, the thing is, if price was really bullish, why do we have up, down, up, kind of consolidate for a while, go up, come back down, and it's like, if price was really bullish, it would have obliterated this 15-minute fair value gap a long time ago. It's kind of grinding up higher, which still makes me think, since price action is slow, that liquidity's not been swept. Because when liquidity gets swept, price action is swift, it's fast, it's efficient. So when I see slow price action like this, just slowly coming up, coming back down, coming up, coming down, it makes me think that this is still in play. Little tip for you there: when liquidity gets swept, price action will be fast and efficient. Proof. Even here, when this low got taken, filled the daily fair value gap, big move up, and the candle's gone smaller, but there's fair value gaps, right? Move up, fair value gap, move higher. We're actually going up. We're not like doing this. Like it's more up. Came back to that fair value gap there. Oh, or even this one. Definitely came back. Yeah, came back to that one. The one in discount. Discounted fair value gap. I don't know. My line of thinking is, I don't know. You don't have to agree with it, but I mean, if enough liquidity would be swept, full price to move up higher, unless a load of orders suddenly come into the market and push the price higher, like say here, just randomly, someone just, I don't know, fucking banks just start buying them up. What I'm saying is, if there was enough liquidity for price to be pushed up higher, why is it so slow? Makes you wonder.
When you get consistent with your outlook on the marketplace, your timing, your selection, bias, all those things, they come in alignment. And when you no longer have any real concern, not that you are numb to it, because that's a totally different thing, but you're indifferent to it. Obviously, everyone wants to see the outcome be favorable for them, but there's this state of mind that you're going to reach, and you really won't know what this feels like until you finally get there. And I'll talk about how you get there in a few minutes, but for now, the way I identify it is when you have a trade idea that you've engaged, you're in the trade now, the market's moving around, and you are absolutely disconnected in terms of emotion or needing it to be right. And equally so, you're not worried, you're not concerned if you get stopped out. The second one I'm going to talk about first. The reason why you wouldn't be concerned about being stopped out is because you know, if you've been doing the back testing, studying, watching real-time price action with me, you can see that these things are predictable. They're based on time delivery. And these structures that come into the marketplace that present our opportunities, and it may not be an opportunity that you have identified yet, you haven't found your model, but that's okay, you'll find it, it'll come to you. But you don't worry about that outcome being unfavorable, because you know that one transaction, that one idea that you're placing a laboratory experiment around, which is a speculation that you're looking for a displacement in price from where it is right now and where you believe it's going to go.
Just so you know, price failed to make a higher high in the 5 minute.
How far it can move against you. So that stop out, if it happens,
currently there's double top.
In fact, you're completely indifferent to it. Meaning, if it does stop out, no big deal. If it runs to your target, no big deal.
Agreed.
It's just one transaction. It's one thing that you're doing right now that absolutely has no power over removing you from your entire career. Let's flip the script now. As much as we are not concerned about losing, having a bad result, being stopped out, we're not worrying about being right. We're not worrying about it going to our profit target. We're not worrying about doing a full pull. A full pull is whatever size position you build up, you take all of it off at your target, and that's it. It's all or nothing. And while you're learning, it's important not to have that mindset. No matter who tells you otherwise, it's important for you to reward yourself incrementally. Over time, you'll know when the trades are really in your favor to do full pulls, where you don't take any partials, you're just managing the trade with a stop loss. But that takes time. It also takes time getting past the point of needing to be right. Because right doesn't equate to being profitable. It sounds like it's an impossibility, because if you buy and it goes up, you should have made money, right? But you know that doesn't always work like that. You get shaken out of it, scared, or stop loss, hit. But you're right. Remember, it went where you thought it was going to go. And when you're no longer looking at those moves where you were correct and where you thought the market was going to go, You had the draw and liquidity correct. The bias was correct. You knew where it was going to react to. But something didn't line up perfectly, whether you were just a little late getting in or a little too early and getting stopped out and then too afraid to get back in. Whatever the factors are, when you are no longer worried about or concerned about being right about that trade, you have now the mindset that's it's needed really to do live trading with live funds, whether it be funded or your real money. But no one's going to be able to, and I can't do this for you, but no one is going to be able to tell you the proper timing for you to take that risk on. And it is a risk. But you need to have that desensitized state of mind where you're not holding yourself to a scorecard of how many times I can be right, how many times can I avoid being wrong. And many of you, and I went through this too, you're keeping score on your emotional commitment to a trade. Now think about that. You're measuring your emotional commitment to every trade you're putting on right now when you're new.
Big one.
What separates the trader that thinks like that from someone that's consistently profitable? They're not holding their entire career
is moving up higher
by the results of that one transaction. They're not leveraging so much that even if it doesn't pan out,
indices have been out of sync recently.
It's insignificant in the grand scheme of things. That one thing, that one transaction, that one idea, that one decision didn't materialize in a manner that was favorable for you. But you're not worried about being right. That state of mind is what I'm getting at with this particular podcast or Twitter space. When being right is no longer enough. See, right now in the beginning, everybody wants to be right. That's your scorecard. How many times can you be right in public? How many times can you be right in your private demo trading or tape reading? And you're building this idea, if you're doing it like this, you're building this idea of reporting to yourself as a scorecard or a report card on the basis of how many times you're right. When you make decisions in the average everyday life, the things that you want to see happen for you sometimes doesn't pan out like that. Something happens, traffic keeps you from getting into work on time. It wasn't your fault. You made the decision, though, to leave when you did. But you didn't know that traffic jam was going to tie you up. And then you may have some kind of repercussion at work. You were heading to work, you had good intentions, you were right about doing that, but you didn't get there on time, so you missed the mark. That's no different with trading. You're going to get up, you're going to start your day, open your charts up, you're going to have a game plan, you're going to wait for the market to do specific things to line up a setup for you, and you're going to push a button.
It's that simple. It really is that simple. I'm literally waiting for price to take out this sell side, have a market structure shift with displacement, with fair value gaps. I want to see all bearish fair value gaps be disrespected, and I'm willing to get into a trade. But I can't do anything right now without this low being taken. We're just right now. To me, we're just ping-ponging until either we close above this or this sell side gets taken. I can't actually do anything. Even if we close above this, I still don't want to take this trade. I'm not going to.
Button is pushed, and you're in there. All control has been removed from you. The only thing you can control is the risk and how much time you stay in that trade. Everything else is out of your control. And it's interesting as a psychological experiment that all of you have the opportunity to measure yourself in. When you learn how to do what I'm teaching, it at some point becomes easy to do it in demo. You get confident that you can do it consistently. Some time in the future, for you, you'll decide when being right is no longer enough. You'll want to trade. You'll want to do a funded account, or you'll want to speculate with your own live funds. And when you push the button then, you don't have that blank void of, if I'm wrong, I don't lose anything. Now you have, I gotta be right. Because if I'm not right, I lose money. And now where's your mind focusing? You're worrying about the risk too much. There's a great deal of acceptance that's required for us to do this with real money. And that risk is, unfortunately, something you need to embrace. You can't shy away from it. Because if you are shy to risk, you can't do this.
I lost 60 quid yesterday, my own money.
And a lot of people discover that they
I actually
can't do
worked
it
for.
without going through some kind of
At my job.
growing pains.
Okay.
And some of that is very long and arduous. It's just daunting to get through for some of you. But you have to be prepared for that being the case for you. Because you're wrestling with wanting to be right again and not have that feeling of, if I'm wrong, it doesn't hurt. That's the reason why we teach to be completely bored. You shouldn't be excited about it.
I'm not, trust me.
If it goes to your target, okay. I mean, are you going to work every day thinking, man, look at this. I got here again on time and I get to spend all these hours again for the man. I hope he appreciates me. No, of course not. It's just something that you do. It's a routine. But you need to make your trading just like that. And the only way you can get it like that is by completely desensitizing yourself to the outcome. Making it all about, am I following the rule? Am I following the protocol? Am I managing risk impeccably? Are you doing everything to preserve capital first and foremost? Because if you're doing that, and your model is rooted in sound logic and things that I've been teaching and proving that exist in price action live, you have the best opportunity for you to submit to that process. And over time, this is why it's important, if you ever make the step or leap of faith in trading with a funded account or live funds in your own brokerage account, you start with a very, very insignificant amount of money. And you go through that whole process again of desensitizing yourself. Don't make it about, I gotta make a 5-figure withdrawal. I gotta make $1,000 withdrawal. If you start putting time limits.
So we are starting to distribute now to the upside. Have closed above that 50-minute fair value gap. All of those bearish PD arrays have now been disrespected. We've closed past equilibrium. Closed above that 50-minute bearish oil block. Closed above that 50-minute SIBI. Displaced through all of those things. I wonder if she took a trade when that low didn't get taken. She has the same face
So we
as
just
me.
hit buys on ES. NQ still has a ways to go. Will this be, you guys think this is gonna be another SMT? Or later, maybe in the day? Maybe like NQ just starts consolidating here and then during FOMC it drops lower. Vote. Have I traded anything today? No. Couldn't find anything. Not yet. See 1050 macros right now.
Same for me, man. The thing with me and her, we trade the same concepts, trade basically the same way. But I used to rely on her a lot. I don't rely on her at all anymore. Sometimes I get a little bit curious though. No SMTs. Oh man, this is so boring. Tap this 15-minute SIBI now. There's just nothing here right now. There is no trade. We have FOMC at like 7 PM. I'll probably come and have a look later. We do have the London closed now in 7 minutes. What do I see happening within that time period? To be honest, I'm kind of more interested in shorts at this point, because internal buy side got taken, displacement through these lows, failed to take the liquidity objective, we've come up to this 15-minute fair value gap. All I need now is for us to displace through this fair value gap, basically. And then, why do I keep marking them out wrong? We displace through that, so we invert it. I'll take that short down to sell side. Because the thing is, if I'm trying to trade long, this low's not been taken. Liquidity for longs hasn't been taken. But liquidity for shorts, this high got taken. So if I took a short, I'm not breaking any rules. Whereas if I took a long, I'd be breaking a rule. Just need displacement. I need some momentum through this fair value gap. I don't think I'm going to get it though. I don't think I'm going to get it. ES is just on a journey. ES has been trapped in some crazy consolidation. Oh my god. Except to my mates, we're not going to close below here. We're not going to close below this bullish order block on the daily. But yeah, it's off on a journey right now. All these lows down here literally just want to get ran. Looks like it. It's like they're asking for it. See if FOMC later will deliver that. Looks like we're respecting this for now, for forever. This is not. It's not fun. I'm bored out of my mind.
On your goals in something like this industry, it makes you impulsive. It ushers in fear of missing out and plain old-fashioned fear. You foster performance anxiety, and you don't realize it's going on, but you're doing it to yourself. So the reason why I teach the way I do is it gives you the best probability of finding yourself in that sweet spot mentally where you don't care what the outcome's going to be. You know what you're doing is rule-based. This is what time the market should be doing this. This is where the market should be gravitating towards, and this is the draw on liquidity. I'm submitting to that idea when I'm looking at the charts, and I'm waiting for something to be a catalyst that I've been studying for months and did back testing on. I see it makes perfect sense to me, and I know where to place my stop. I know when I would move my stop. I know when I'm going to take my first and second, third, if it's possible, partial. I'm also looking for the things that would negate the idea. What kills the trade idea? These are all things that you have to have understood. Just because you have been consistent here and there with demo, don't think that you are prepared to trade with a funded account or live funds. You're not. You have to be completely bored of the outcome. It's the same thing. You're doing the same thing over and over again. There's going to be a state of impatience because you'll get to this consistency stage where you can do demos and you're able to find it and do well with it. Very little drawdown. It goes to your targets and you're done. And you start forming these disciplined ideas about how many times you're going to trade per day or session, and then you're going to stop. No matter how good you feel like you're on the side of the marketplace, no matter how dialed in you feel, it's time to close and get up from the table, take your chips, cash them in, and come back tomorrow. But that's very hard because being right is addictive. Being right is what everybody wants to experience.
Just want to check, there's no way she took this trade, is there? I'm not going to take it if she has. That's low probability, but I'll just be disappointed in her if she did.
Looks like a tease, like it could slowly get there and then like bounce on this order block and then go up higher again. So I'm not really... I'm demanding like obvious displacement below low.
We think alike. So yeah, like I said before, she said that, need displacement below this fair value gap in order to take a short down to sell side. and I don't think that. I feel like we're not going to get to these pre-market highs. I'm not sure why I feel like that. I feel like that because I want it to go down and display as 2 discs so I can take a trade. That's why. Oh man. Do you know, as soon as I started this day trading, committed to it, locked in on the vision, I asked myself, how much money am I willing to lose? So I got a job, so I can just trade my personal account, and if it goes down and I lose money, I replenish it from the money I get from my job with plenty to spare. Like, I'm good, like money wise, so I don't care about the money anymore. This most important part is not caring about the money for sure. You want to play back and forth in this 15-minute Sibby and 5-minute busy. Looks like that's what it wants to do. Order flow says bullish. Bullish fair value gap, close above the 50-minute Sibby. This Sibby is low probability because we've come up past equilibrium. It's not overlapping with the order block. It's nothing. It's nowhere near as probable as the one that was down here. So, guess we're a buy side of the curve until proven otherwise. Maybe even just up until this high. I'm gonna call my girlfriend and see when she's coming over and see when she's ready. Hello? Yeah, one sec. I ended it on my girlfriend mid while she was saying I love you. I can't even. It was an accident. I didn't even mean to do that. Ah, fuck sake. Now there's a fair value gap inside this fucking 5-minute fair value gap. Wants to go higher. What a pain, honestly. I mean, ES has taken buy side, so let's see what's happened now. See what's going to happen now. So that's pretty huge. But they've been so out of sync recently. We'll see ES start to sell off, and hopefully NAS will displace through that, through those fair value gaps, and all's well what ends well. Well, I've got it loaded up on there. Like I said, I've had like 2 hours sleeping up since 5 AM, went to a party, it was like hangover, and definitely not feeling my best. Just continue playing this
all the time. And they want to feel that consistently too soon. It's something you can't obtain quickly. You have to go through a process of submitting to back testing, studying old news, tape reading, then demo trading.
I feel like I'm pretty good at tape reading. If you actually like watch the stream, like, do you guys think I'm good at tape reading? There's not really too much to tape read, to be honest. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Currently respecting this 5-minute fair value gap, so looking to see high prices until, well, the close below here, or create another one close below that one. Ah. It's just super annoying we didn't take the south side. I've said it so many times, but it's just super annoying. But I stayed true to my word, didn't I? I didn't take the trade, even though it started going to the upside. When it closed above that 15-minute fair value gap down here, when it closed above this bearish order block on the 5-minute, I didn't take the trade. Didn't take the trade. And just FYI, this is the move that's just traded through this bearish order block with a fair value gap. Come on. Stop out all the buyers, ruin their lives. And just plays through this low. I don't know, we'll just watch what we'll do is I'm going to continue to watch some market makeup model video I was watching earlier. Where is it? It's gotta be fucking this one, yeah.
Since April, and I am paying attention to the highs and lows that formed during each month. What I want you to see is that throughout the months of April, May and June, the door was consolidating, meaning you saw it just go back and forth in this area. The function of this consolidation was to engineer.
You wanna know, like, if you guys do think I'm any good at tape reading and all of that stuff, I learned a lot of it. Well, I learnt most of it from this guy Zusi. I learnt, say, probably the other half of it from a guy named Justin Werline. Justin Werline. You see right there? See that? Right there, Justin. He is the absolute GOAT. You want to get profitable? Go look at him. Go watch him. And yeah, just ICT himself. This is probably one of the most amazing videos. Narrative explained, stop being a pattern trader. Gems in there. Seriously.
Above these relatively equal highs right here. The reason why bias liquidity is resting above those relatively equal highs is due to the fact that retail minded traders look at that and they think to themselves that the door has reached a strong resistance area, so to say, and therefore they can go short and place their stop losses above these relatively equal highs. Then throughout the month of July, we saw the door begin expanding towards the downside. Eventually, we saw the market drop even lower throughout the month of August right here. Notice that we created this CB right here. And the market continued the sell program. When the door then, however, came close to a higher time frame key level in this area, we were anticipating that
we might be getting shorts now, you know. Genuinely. Where would I have my stop though? Yeah, something like that. If I get it. There's no close. No close. It definitely wants to though. People who don't wait for candle closures are actually crying right now. Always wait for candle close, guys. It's one thing I've learned. Okay. That's all I really wanted to see. Is I wanted to see us disrespect this 5 minute fair value gap right here, and we're doing that. So. The thing is with shorts, is shorts just dump. They don't, half the time you don't get an entry on shorts. You have to be quick with shorts, to be honest. Yeah, we're definitely going for this low down here now. It's time. It is time. It's time. It's that time. Right. Now we can go down to the 1 minute and look for an entry. Once it's 1 minute fair value get created. Okay. 1 minute fair value gap formed. Oh my god. Getting entries is the most difficult part about this. Finding a fucking entry. I'll do limp sell 3 cons there. really quickly come back up, tap this fair value gap, stop above that high. I'll do some stop buys up there. Oh, you're gonna distribute without me, aren't you, you son of a bitch? The distribution is towards the downside is nuts right now. This is exactly what I mean when I said the draw is still lower, the low was never taken, the liquidity objective is still lower. It's that simple. The low wasn't taken, so coming back for it later. I'm saying this all in hindsight, but if I can just get an entry now. I mean, we've had a 5-minute market structure shift. Getting short of that FEG possibility. Where would I have my stop? I need to allow for the possibility that this fair value gap gets traded back to. But yeah, I'm still happy with that entry. I don't really expect us to come back up too much. I want to see price just aggressively move down. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So I'm moving my entry to here now. See if I can get an entry on that. This is what I mean. When shorts are so typically so fast and so aggressive, it's just getting an entry is so difficult. I feel like most moves that I miss is because of not finding an entry. What a pain, man. What a pain, man. Nah, but genuinely, what a pain. can place it there, but I don't think it's gonna get filled. I don't think the order is gonna get filled. This is just what shorts are like, man. What can I do when this happens? Can I, to be honest, can I not just could I have not just entered off of, as soon as that got traded below, boom, if I entered there, boom, I would say, okay, breakaway gap's been formed, be close below this low, I'm expecting lower prices anyway, could put my stop above the high, and then target all the way down here. What would that risk to reward have looked like? It would have been 1 to 2, but would I be expecting us to? I could have done that. I just get rid of that for a second. I could have done that. That would have been perfectly acceptable. Getting in right on the bottom of that candle right there. I would say I expect that to act as a breakaway gap. We displace through these lows. Yeah, I would be happy to take that. See if Tanja caught that short. She's looking at shorts just the same as I'm looking at shorts right now. She's looking at shorts the same way I'm looking at shorts. Didn't get an entry. She didn't get an entry. I didn't get an entry. This is what I mean. Most of the good market moves are fast and efficient, and you don't get an entry. I feel like entering off of displacement alone is enough. I don't need a fair value gap to get filled. It's the fact that the fair value gap's been created in the first place. That's what says the most, in all fairness. You want to come up now? Fine, but let's say 5 minute, because we're coming up now. We're most likely just going to fill the 5 minute instead. If we came up right now, then that fair value gap wouldn't exist. It's unfortunate. This is how trading is, though, unfortunately. Yeah, definitely need to work on my entries. I either get a bad entry or I don't get an entry. Both skews my trading so much. Because my tape reading is really good. I feel like my tape reading is really good. I feel like I've got good patience now, good psychology, good risk to reward, all of those things. It's just entries, executions. Got to work on my executions. Can't always wait for a fair value gap to get filled, because the price is actually going to move efficiently. Probably expect that fair value gap not to get filled then, like I said, to act as a breakaway gap. If I expect that to act as a breakaway gap after displacement, 5 minute market structure shift, then why do you do this? Stop it.
Here, it's coming back and retesting this inversion.
Well, I see. She got into the trade.
Oh yeah, Ninja Trader in a few minutes. Probably not the best idea.
She got into the trade. Why did she get into the trade? There's no 1
It's
minute.
bad.
There's no 1 minute nothing down there, Tange. What are you doing?
I literally feel like the market's against me.
No, you just entered a
I might
nothing.
end up re-entering during the Ninja Trader.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see a reason to enter down there. There's no 1 minute nothing.
No, fuck. Are you kidding me? Bro. Fuck this market. Okay, well. Boo! Bro. I'm pissed off a little bit. I'm gonna keep watching that, but we gotta do the giveaway. Okay.
Tange, man.
Random
Tange,
number
I'm sorry,
generator.
but where did you enter? I want to. I generally want to go and like see when she entered and why.
And this is like, you are though. New load days here. You have to be careful. I'm gonna get into the giveaway. Then we're gonna go into Ninja Trader.
Why has she entered? I just don't understand why she's entered. The risk to reward is bad. There's no 1 minute. I was bearish. I already said that, so I wanted those lows to get taken out. So if those lows didn't get taken out, still expect them to get taken out.
I'd call him. Here, it's coming back and retesting this inversion.
I'm just going to manage my trade over here, guys. If that's okay. Yeah, I've been entered into the trade.
Order filled.
The thing is, this woman is profitable. I just don't understand how. But so you got in. You got in right there. Why? There's no.
25 point stopish and looking
Is that a
for
1 minute bearish fair value gap? What is
new
that?
load day.
I don't know.
While we end up doing a giveaway. Phew. Let's see how that goes. Right?
Prices-
Entered
prices-
and, like,
Price is really pumping.
break even. Okay.
Price is just pumping.
How
like,
many people entered? Let's see.
Couldn't even
No,
tell
not
you.
ES.
Tell you
alerts
why.
as
I
well.
can't. I'm not even in full size. Let's get rid of that. Let's
Make sure my stop's decent. Yeah. 82.50.
225. It's low risk. So we'll have
See
this
this?
bearish fair value gap right here, last line of defense.
Imagine I get freaking killed here after I missed that whole thing. I'm gonna be actually kind of pissed off.
That's the
not gonna
last
lie.
line of defense. I got a way
Very
better.
close.
I got a way better entry than her.
Entered
But
here.
price just looks like it's straight reversing. Conditions definitely don't look favourable. This looks like it's about to get blown through.
So yeah, Ninja Trader in like a few minutes.
I could very well be
Probably
wrong,
not the
but
best idea. Oh,
I'm looking at the high time frame.
bad.
Don't want to exit out for no reason. Okay, so we have come up
I
into
literally
this
feel like the market's against me.
5 minute fair
I might
value
end up
gap.
re-entering during the Ninja Trader.
5 minute fair value gap.
No, fuck. Are you kidding me?
5 minute.
Bro.
Got
Fuck this
this
market. Okay.
this
well,
order block here. This bearish order block. So much,
Boo,
if I
bro.
get stopped out, I
Pissed off a
get
little bit.
stopped out. I get stopped out. Like I've gotten a good entry, like decent RR. I've got I'm in off of this 5 minute fair value gap, the one that displays through these lows down here. We've got this bullish order block, and we've got my stop loss just above those two things. So if we want to get to my stop loss, we've got to break through those two lines of defense first. And yeah, with that displacement lower, it doesn't look too bad, but I really don't like this big leg up that we had for no reason. I still am quite suspicious of this trade, but just gotta let it play out. Just gotta let it play out. This is where all of your losses will add up, you know. If I keep exiting out on a loss before I hit my stop. My stop's there for a reason. The trade idea is not invalidated until my stop's been hit. For sure. So I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna chill with the trade. I've got ES displays through all of these 5 minute fair value gaps to the left right here. Retrace to this 5 minute civvy. So ES is in that 5 minute civvy. So things don't look that bad. I feel like, yeah, I definitely don't like this. Okay, we close above. Don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Hard to say.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I think I'm about to lose mine, to be honest, but I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I could actually care less. In fact, if it wants to break through that 5 minute fair value gap and that 5 minute order block to get to my stop, so be it. That's what it wants to do. But we've had displacement on the 5 minute fair value gap, 5 minute order block. Internal buy side was swept. It's definitely not bad, but I definitely feel like we might consolidate inside of this for a little bit.
Why is there rice pudding in here?
There's rice pudding up here because the other day I wanted to eat it before bed, but I fell asleep. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But you were looking forward to it as well.
Yeah. And then I fell asleep.
It happens to me all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just eat that in a minute. And I'm on the sofa and I'm gone. Baby streaming.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that? That green.
I don't know, it's in the same spot as in last time. It's hard to say what we're doing now, to be honest. We could be coming back to that 5 minute civvy. I mean, not 5 minute civvy. Is that 5 minute civvy Bissy that was created? Bissy? No, it's not being created yet. We could be coming back to this 1 minute bullish value gap right here. And then we go and absolutely obliterate my stop loss and actually lose money. It's great, but could definitely still go lower. Could definitely. Really not a fan of where Tanja took that short from. She got a very, very late entry. She wasn't able to have her stop above this 5 minute bearish fair value gap, above this 5 minute bearish order block. So she definitely got a bad entry. That skewed her stop loss. That caused her to get stopped out. So I've gotten a much better entry than she did.
You tend to get better ones than she did.
So I've got my stop loss like Tanja, she got stopped out like immediately. She entered off of nothing meaningful anyway, in my opinion. I have no right to like really call her out when she's profitable, and I'm not. But at the same
But the thing
time,
is, but you're not committing to it. That's not what I mean. Like, you haven't fully gone solo with it. Yeah, and she does. That's what I mean. She doesn't have another job. She doesn't have a job. That is her job.
yeah,
That's why she's profitable, because she has to make money. Otherwise, she's not going to get money.
yeah. To be honest, I'm expecting this to just stop me out right now.
Why did I put the fucking Becky now? Going to go insane. B.
I'm definitely expecting to get stopped out. Doesn't look like we really care about this 5-minute fair value gap that much. The high was created and did fill that fair value gap entirely.
I just fucking had it.
I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. It looks like we're consolidating still within this 1 minute. We're not able to break above it. So anything could happen now. If we're going to keep being held inside of this range, then
I'm going to go insane.
I'm going to go insane.
I'm going to go insane in a minute. I literally just had the Becky, now I can't find it. Is it under the box? No, it's under the box, don't worry, chill. Can you turn your lights on? I don't want this big light on, it hurts my brain.
Yeah, if you turn off.
Yeah, no, I will, I'm just saying, you turn the other ones on.
They are on.
There you go.
Honestly, with this bearish fair value gap being here, we could just dump and just completely disregard this bullish one right here. I'm happy with my entry though. At least I didn't get a bad entry. ES came up, tapped this bearish fair value gap, and it's not rejecting off it. So that's definitely not what I want to see. What I would do, it's just here. It's taking too long. So what I'm going to do is I'll exit out of some of them while I'm in. Yeah, I'll probably have to just.
You know, it's very hard to tell who you're talking to. I don't know if you're talking to just the stream or me.
I'm narrating. I'm talking to myself.
That's what I mean, it's technically talking to the stream.
Technically I'm talking to the stream, but I'm talking to myself. But I do this like anyway when I'm not streaming, so it's like...
I know.
You've got to remember, it's not just this 1 minute city right here as well. There is this whole 5 minute fair value gap. What I'll do is I'll get rid of this one right here. I just want to see the 5 minute fair value gap, to be honest. There's way too much stuff on my chart right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it all, make this nice and clean looking. Even get rid of my little profit and loss thing, and I will leave this there like that. Go down to the 1 minute. See what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, guess what?
What?
When I was in Tesco's, 2 little 12-year-olds were getting nicked by the police. In Tesco's. I looked at the security guard. I was like, "Did you quit?" I was like, "Did you catch him?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Naughty boys."
I That's so funny.
If the police officer wasn't there, I would have said to them, you need to be smart enough not to get caught, love. I've never been caught in my fucking 19 years of life. I mean, I stopped a long time ago. I stopped about 4 years ago. Nah, that's a lie. About 3 years ago. No, I still don't occasionally. I just incriminated myself.
When we start distributing to the downside, if I don't get stopped out, then I'll move my stop above these highs, assuming these will become the protected highs once we start distributing. Hard to say which direction though right now. I do think I'm still going to get stopped out though. That's my expectation for this. I think this is...
Do what we do in Mortal Kombat when we open packs. What do? We pray for a gold. So
Yeah.
Then we get a diamond.
Yeah, stop me out, stop me out, stop me out, stop me out, please, stop me out, yeah, no, yes. Sorry, I'm torn between it going up when I want it, no. Just
I need to go and maketh a drinketh.
stop me out, yeah, stop me out, yeah, stop me out, yeah, stop me out, yeah.
Look, I don't think you saw my vape properly yesterday, but do you want to see my vape? Look how cool it is.
That's actually really cool.
I know, isn't it?
Mm.
24%.
Nice, man, I like it.
Thanks. So do I. Look, it's all like swirly swirls.
You know what, like, I wanted to take a fucking nap.
Jesus Christ. Your light down here has a seizure.
I know. Turn it off, it doesn't work.
It has, it's on now.
Oh.
It's had a seizure for a little bit.
I'm just gonna stay on the 5 minute. 1 minute's a bit intense right now. Can't judge which way it's gonna go on the 1 minute right now. Because what if it closes above that on the 1 minute? That's just a wick on the 5 minute. So I'm just gonna wait. Just gonna wait for me to lose money. The thing is, Tanjira's quite good at cutting her losses short, moving stops to break even, and that stuff. I definitely need to get better at that. It's 5 minute. What's that? I got stopped out. Stopped out on my real account. I didn't move my stop.
Yes,
That's okay.
yes, that is right, Bean. It is okay. gamla beanies. You reckon you would do, maybe?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for me to lose the trade.
Okay, it's not too urgent. Those sewer skins aren't here. Probably shouldn't say that. On here.
Should have definitely moved my stop on my personal account. I don't know why I didn't. I think I just forgot.
But you called it out and you should have moved it.
So, lost 30 quid real money. About to lose 225 prop money. It's amazing. I look forward to it.
I welcome it with open arms. But damn it, why do I keep moving everything so far away? Oh yeah, everyone hates BFLE for now.
Okay.
Because you started dissing veterans.
I want to get back into this trade on my real account. My stop wasn't supposed to be there. The trade is still valid. Trade is still valid. The 5 minutes still looks good. There's no reason for me to not get into this. So if I have my stop on this high, what can I do? I would love to be able to have my stop up there, in all fairness. I would actually be much more comfortable with that. It's 2.73 RR. I like that. My stop all the way above this high. Oh, you're risking 35. I'll do 0.8. 0.8. I'll do 0.7. Just like this retracement. But 5 minutes still looks very bearish to me. So I'm gonna get back into this. Price must be set above my. I'm looking to get into a sell. Idiots. What is it doing? Why won't it let me in? Huh? Just get that market then. That's what it wants. Okay. So we're in. It is a basically it's a 1 to 2.5 RR. I've got my stop above this high. Initial risk is 30 quid. So I took one loss. This is if this ends up being a loss, obviously I'm done for the day. I'm still fairly confident in this. I'm gonna partial out at this low a decent amount of my position. Okay, yeah, if I get stopped, I get stopped. Trade wasn't invalidated, so I liked that 5 minute, the way the 5 minute came off of that right there, closed within it. All these candles closed within it, but wow, market is really against me. It's against Tange as well. Hates that. Poof. to make it 1 to 2. That's what I risk anyways. It's 250, I'm happy with that. We've been locked inside of this 5-minute fair value gap for so long. Like, literally pick a direction. It's clearly found resistance within this 5-minute city, so just want to see us start distributing. Okay, ES is above this 5-minute FEG now, so I am now going to cut this short because we've now closed outside of that.
Order filled.
Cut that short. Down in the account. Personal account. Let's look at the personal account trade, obviously, in drawdown. Let's have a look. Well, I mean, the 5-minute candle still hasn't actually closed. So, again, my charts look, I can't see anything. See this 5-minute actually close above this. If the 5-minute closes above this, I will cut this. Until then, I have to bear the drawdown. See, the 5 minutes actually back inside of that 5-minute civvy again, so I wait for the closure. Close within it still. Thing is, in a 5-minute candle, we can just push all the way to my stop loss within that 5 minutes, but thing is, the second it actually closes above here, it will start distributing very quickly. But you see how we come up to the low of this this candle right here.
I don't remember where I've entered time mode. By the way, just 1 minute change in the state of delivery right here. This is the nearest order block as well. If we start poking our head up here, stuff like that, I'm gonna have to close out. That's not the reaction I want to see. Came out. Cool.
Ashlee, do you want it?
Soon.
You should open it later.
I will.
I think your father is back with Chanel and she.
What's this 5 minute look like? It's really playing about, isn't it? Well, I got out of that, didn't I? Fucking hell. And get back in. There's no reason for me to get out of that, to be honest. Alright. That's that. Not touching it now. Hands off the mouse. Type shit. If it doesn't distribute now anyways, I'll get liquidated. I only have like, if I go like more than like 100 or something into drawdown now, it will just take me out anyway. So if that's what my daily loss limit right here is for. So, oh no, don't do that. If we don't start distributing now, then it's not gonna happen. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Well, I'm locked out there. I shouldn't have exited out. When I was in like loads of drawdown, it was like about to hit my stop, but it didn't actually hit my stop. It never did. Actually. Yeah. So now I have my stop. Now I have my stop right here. It came right there to the tick. Right. I'm gonna end the stream there. I'm not gonna lie. There's not really much more I can do apart from sit here and wait for it to either hit my stop loss or hit my take profit on my personal account. I clearly exited out of my. Actually, no. I would have gotten stopped out anyway. Well, when I had that re-entry, I shouldn't have exited out when it moved higher above that bearish order block. So I can always go back and look at that. I can go back and look over my stream later when I exited out in drawdown because I was basically, I don't know, scared, sort of. Sure, could say that. But yeah, it's not really much to do now. So I don't know. Let you know what happens next stream.